Right there?
Yep.
Alright.
Taking the advantage. Hardpoint.
All right, so it looks like we are going to go ahead and start it off with hardpoint between Roughnecks and Influence, just to give you guys something to watch while we wait for Twisted Method versus Unite to start up. So we're starting off with Hazard from Fate, but I'm going to switch over here in a sec, but keep it on him long enough to see him take out Sureshot and Felonies with the two-piece. You also see Hazard spotting one, dropping down, won't secure the kill quite yet, tries to catch him off that head glitch, but his teammate comes and help him out. What do you think about Yemen Hardpoint? What do you need to do to be successful on this map?
You really need to control this clock tower right here, the second hardpoint. The middle one is sort of, you really can't get too much points off it because, you can see it from so many angles. So, most teams will, go for it a couple times if they don't have control. They'll set up clock tower because there's like 3 main ways people can get the clock tower. It's back road, mid-arch, and statue side. So if you guys can all those cuts, then you should be golden.
At the hardpoint.
Yeah, right now it looks like we do have Roughnecks starting to move up. Parasite taking out Saints. I'm on board with Clayster, but he gets dropped by Pluto in the FAL. I'm going to switch over here, see what Intake's doing, but right as I do, he gets taken out by Sureshot. And Intake going down again to Sureshot. I'm going to have to go on board with him, see what he's up to. And it looks like Sureshot just holding it down with the FAL, customized. You see the reflex as well as the select fire. And it looks like he did just get his first score streak, the Hunter Killer drone. Looking to throw it out. Nothing on it yet. And there it is, the Hunter Killer drone connects onto Clayster and followed by a kill onto Hazard. And it looks like Sureshot is really taking off already.
Yeah, he has his kill streak so far, and right now that's pretty good. They're moving on to market next, and they don't have control of market. Those kill streaks can help them off because it's really hard to break market. There's basically another, 3 ways you can come from. If you guys have those cuts, you guys, should be good. So, right here, RNX is struggling a little bit. Influence is looking really strong though. They have all their cuts and they're playing really well. They're just outplaying at this point. But Rambo, with the great leader he is, anything can happen with their team. He knows what he's talking about and what he's doing. And he's a genius in the game, I'll give him that. I would not mind ever teaming with that guy.
Yeah, Influence is a great team, but right now, Sureshot carrying him, taking out his teammate Saints though, as well as taking out Hazard, which I'm not sure who that is, but it is not going to be Hazard because Fate is not in this game. But Clayster secures the kill onto Saints. That's followed up by Pluto going down. I believe that Hazard is going to be Rambo. So I'm going to switch over there, see what he's up to. And if he's going to be able to get anything started here. Up top with the MSMC, and it looks like he's going to be roaming around here, checking to the right of that hardpoint, see if he can spot anyone, trying to give his team some cover. While they go up, they are leading 78-60 right now on hardpoint in Yemen. Methods, what do you think that the opposing team, that of Influence, needs to do to get back into this? It is a best of 5, I believe, going into the winner's bracket round 3. So best of 5 right here, first map, and they're down, not by a lot, but it looks like Roughnecks is starting to gain the momentum they need, but at the same time, Sureshot doing very well.
Yeah, this hardpoint is actually extremely easy to hold when you have control. For example, you can have 2 or 3 people actually in it, and one person is watching the hop up from the outside. It's actually extremely easy to hold. And there's only 2 ways you can enter, which is hop up and stairs. So if you guys have those cuts, it should be, a lot of points for the team who has control. And yeah, it's a best of 5, so even if a team moves this map, they're not out of it yet. They have 4 more maps. For best of 5, the team needs to win 3 out of the 5 maps. So they pretty sure they should be fine.
Yeah, I'm going over to Clayster because he is running with the shotgun. Switching back to the MSMC, it looks like he was hit by an EMP recently, making his move here, using flak jacket, toughness, and dexterity. And it looks like Clayster trying to go up top, but decides to go back around here. Knows the hardpoint's going to switch. Saints taking out Intake, but Clayster hops up, catches Sureshot looking out the window. That's an easy kill, but Felonies comes up huge, taking out Rambo along with Clayster. Now, based on your scrims with your new team, Soar, have you had very much of an opportunity to go out and play any of these teams, either Influence or Roughnecks?
We played Roughnecks last night, actually. They won like 4 maps, we won 1. So, we were struggling against them, but they were close games. They're a really good team. So, I mean, I expect them to play really well in this tournament. And to be honest, I think Roughnecks will end up winning this series against Influence.
I mean, we'll have to see. Right now, it looks like Felonies is doing really well. However, he did just take out his teammate Saints. It looks like we have a few team kills coming early from Influence. I'm not sure if that's due to miscommunication or whether that's just due to the fact that they're calling in their score streaks very quickly, not really telling each other where they're going to be. Either way, need to fix that. But it looks like they did end up taking the lead away from Roughnecks. So I'm going to switch over here. Look at Parasite just for a bit, see what he's able to do for Roughnecks. Taking out Felonies. You see Rambo with the kill onto Sureshot, and Pluto secures one onto Rambo with that headshot. Intake with a two-piece of his own. And it looks like Parasite had 3 in his sights, but he was not able to catch any of those with a kill. So we see Roughnecks trying to push up into the hard point, and now they're going to get some time. Down by 15 seconds, so it looks like a close match so far inside the 5-minute mark.
Who has Hazard's not even in this game, is he?
It's Rambo.
Hazard's Rambo?
Yep.
Alright. He just destroyed somebody. I'm not sure who that was, but like I said, right here is the middle hard point, and it seems like Influence has control of it right now, and they're getting actually a lot of points from it. But Roughnecks should be able to take them off here, and as you see, Influence is already pushing for the next one, and it's about to come up soon, I believe, so they're just going to get control of that. But no, Roughnecks does take control of it, so Fella's going to be pushing back road here. He EMPs someone twice in the clock tower. He did try to make some moves here. He takes out intake, but then gets taken out. So, yeah, right here, they're just pushing statue side. There's nothing else they can do. They have the... That's actually the good spawn. You kind of want to come from up top. If you spawn back road, it's very easy to get spawn kill from the windows. So right here, they're just coming from, catwalk and slaying them down. But Roughnecks seems to have good control of it. They're all over the map and getting cuts right now. But Influence does take it over right now.
Yeah, we see Pluto with a huge two-piece there for Influence. Intake shot in the back from Felonies from Influence. And now we see Felonies trying to move in on this hard point, putting some shots over there. He's going to call that out to his teammate Sureshot, but no need as Pluto goes in there, takes out Clayster, and now looks like they will take control of that hard point for the time being. We're going to switch over to Pluto, see what he's doing. While we look at the overhead map right here, we see 3 of them spawning in that back market. It looks like they're just going to sit there, and Roughnecks is going to wait for that hard point to switch. You see them starting to gain control of it already. One goes down. That was actually Parasite under the alias PSAT.
They're about to get double teamed here. There's really nothing they can do here, as Influence is going to have control of this. They're actually looking really strong right now. They actually have the lead right now over Roughnecks. So, with 2 minutes left, it could be anybody's game right here. But Roughnecks really needs to break this right here. Well, they actually do. So. Right now, Influence is coming from statue. They kind of have control of the market, so it's going to be hard for Influence to take over. As you look at that, they have great cuts. Clayster set up with an AR down here, right side. And
Hardpoint lockdown.
So, when you guys were playing Complexity, I'm curious. I know you didn't play Yemen Hardpoint exactly, but Complexity known for having a very strong Hardpoint game. What did you have to do to overcome them on Hardpoint? Because I noticed yesterday you guys losing to Roughnecks. Granted, it was just a scrim, but going against Complexity, a team that is very good at hardpoint. What do you need to do to overcome a team that has that strength in their game?
Confidence, dude. Like, we didn't go in there thinking, we're playing the best team in the game, we're not going to win. So we came in there, we actually got a great break, and we were really pumped. We were really into it, winning our gunfights, we were making call-outs. We were really into the game. So that's what helped us win. And we knew we played it really smart. We didn't challenge stupid stuff that we knew we couldn't win. We played it like we should have, and we ended up getting the win.
Yeah, right there you see Felonies taken out too. Pluto with another, but mistakes were made. The Hunter Killer does its job, however. And it looks like we do actually have Influence in the lead right now. 225 to 153 over Roughnecks. For all of you that don't know, Fate Hazard CEA is actually Rambo. We see Intake going down to Saints right there. While we pull up the scoreboard, what stands out to you so far?
Influence just took this map by surprise. They just completely dominated them. I did not expect this at all. Rambo being such a great leader, knowing exactly what he has to do, and Influence took me by surprise and was able to win the game.
One thing I have to worry about with that is you saw Intake. I believe he was 14 and 30 when I checked. I'm not sure what's going on here either, but it looks like 2 people are playing. Maybe someone can give me an update on why everybody's circled around him.
Yeah,
and who it
I have no
is.
clue what's going on over there.
Unless that was Influence, I believe it was. Yeah, that's actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're watching it. And we're still waiting for that Twisted Method game to start. However, they're watching Roughnecks as well. Yeah, guys, Rambo was Hazard in that. It's just on land when people take different tags. We've seen a few people in here that weren't who they said to be. We saw a Felonies tag. It was demonic, I think. Well, as long as Twisted Method versus Unite aren't playing, I'll stay on this game.
We have Aftermath Search right here. I actually love this map for Search. I think it's really equal.
What are some key things you look at in Aftermath Search and Destroy that really lead to being able to take over the game for your team?
You can't get first blooded. On offense, I kind of find offense easier to win because you can push B and you can. There's only 3 ways you have to watch. You can watch, front B, you can watch mid, and then you can watch the flank. So what my team does, I usually sit in the back flank. I sit in like this back ditch, watching the whole flank while 2 players push up to the bomb. I believe one of us goes in a bus, and then we have 1 person watching middle. So it's a pretty good setup. It's pretty hard to break unless someone has. It's like Mosh will sit in the back with a sniper sometimes and pick off some people at B. So yeah, it's sort of. I find offense, more, better to win the map.
What did FaZe do? Why did they get DQ'd?
First map, Liar accidentally called in a UAV. And the second map, I believe Twiz lagged out when they were up 5-1 or something.
No idea.
Yeah, I don't know what happened second map, but I know one of them is that Liar accidentally called in a UAV.
Rambo was Fate Hazard CA in that one. He hadn't changed his tag to Rambo yet.
Wait, did you say something to me? I was talking to Huddle. My
No, I was just talking to the stream, asking questions, or answering questions, rather.
All right.
I'm just waiting for everybody to get ready. I don't know if awareness is banned in UMG. I don't think so. Show you the crowd. Actually, the crowd is farther back now. We can't get the camera to show you it because they're over watching the big screen of the stream. What's the score count of that game? It is 1-0 influence over Roughnecks. Are Optic playing? No, they're not playing, but they're not around anywhere. Hey, Emily. Someone unplugged cable again. You need to stop walking.
Stop walking on the stage. We're gonna step on it.
Wait, what happened?
Oh, someone just stepped on a cable that makes it to where we can't join the games.
Oh, all right.
Map count 1-0.
And they just started
influence.
it up.
Eliminate the objectives.
All right, so we're going to kick it off here with Rambo. See what he's doing, running lightweight and flak jacket, dead silence, extreme conditioning, and toughness, as well as the PDW. You see him following in Parasite. Why don't we look at the overhead map, see what's going on? And it looks like we actually may have a gunfight right here over near A. Clayster put shots into him, and Sureshot did go down right there. It looks like Intake will take the opportune time to plant the bomb.
Charges set.
Right now they have a really good setup. They have 4 alive here, and they have the bomb planted. And just like all bomb sites, there's not many ways you can come from. I believe there's also 3 middle, their spawn and your spawn where they can come from. Yeah, and Roughneck should have this. They have, I believe it's a 4v1 or a 4v2, and yeah, Roughneck's able to take the round.
Right there you see Rambo with the final kill onto Saints. Rambo moving around to the middle. Saints coming in, trying to hide behind the door for a moment. But Rambo just keeps the pressure on him, secures the kill, and that is a 1-0 lead for Roughnecks over Influence on Aftermath Search and Destroy. And now over here on the defensive side, I'm going to switch back to offense, show you guys Influence. We'll kick it off with Saints. Now, you talked a little bit about what you'd seen from Roughnecks. Have you had the chance to scrim Influence very much before you came to this event?
No, not at all, actually. We haven't even played them once, so I know they're all good players. You know, Pluto was a MW2 national champion, him and Influence back in the day, and they were a really good team, so I expect Pluto to be a great player this game. But yeah, they're all great individual players. Saints, you know, he's on teams such as ND, Optic, he's a great player. Felonies, also Black Ops professional player. Sureshot, great player. So, you know, they all have great individual skill. I didn't get a chance to scrim them.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I know this Roughnecks team has had a little bit more time to prepare than Influence, but at the same time, Influence coming in here, and they definitely want to win. I was talking to some of them earlier. They were talking about how they're coming in here as an underdog. Clayster going huge right there with the two-piece. You see Sureshot as he just went down, switching over to Saints as he did secure the kill onto Clayster, and it will be a 1v3 situation against Saints right now. And it will be everybody other than Clayster up, so Intake, Parasite, and Rambo. Saints has the bomb, just under 20 seconds left, and he really has to make something happen here quick. And it looks like he is going to take the time to go in there, start playing at A, but they are moving in on him quick, and Saints will go down to Intake.
Yeah, it was a 3v1 situation. He had to plant the bomb. Really nothing he can do there. So in my situation, I probably would have went for kills if they wanted defense. It depends what they wanted, but Saints really couldn't do much there as it was a 1v3 situation.
Switching operation ready point.
All right, and that is a 2-0 lead for Roughnecks over Influence. We're going to stay with Roughnecks here as they are the offensive squad. John. Someone was yelling about adapters. John having some colorful words for him. So now we're looking at Parasite throwing the stun over to A while Intake looks to run up and plant the bomb. While we switch over to Parasite as he does cook up the Semtex. No need because it is not a frag, but he takes the time to throw it. You see Sureshot as he does secure the kill onto Intake. Moving back around here, you see Parasite didn't think he had the chance to get the kill. Rambo comes in, helps him out. Great teamwork from Roughnecks.
As Roughnecks does have numbers here, I believe Sureshot and Pluto both went down. I believe with the 3v2 here, they have the bomb in A. If they're able to put it down, it'll be probably an easy round for Roughnecks. But one person came through the middle right here, and they're trying to search for him. Haggy and Rambo both climb the ladder. They might even rotate B. Well, I'm pretty sure they rotate B, and they might flank back into A. I'm not sure. But there's actually a smart play by them. I'm pretty sure the guy in A is going to run B now. But yeah, they're going to rotate B. Someone's coming back from B through middle. But he should have this plant down. He's playing on the opposite side, so they should be good.
And indeed, he goes down right there to Felonies, picking up the two-piece there onto Rambo. And now Felonies moving around here, seeing what's going to happen. 1v1, and it looks like he's just going to run away, avoid the gunfight, make sure he stays alive. Give his team the win right there. Influence should take this one from Roughnecks.
Good job. Get ready for the next round.
Right there in the kill cam, you see Felonies with the two-piece. Catches Intake planting the bomb. Looks up, catches Rambo running around the corner as well. Great job by Felonies. Influence taking one away from Roughnecks. 2-1 the score in favor of Roughnecks still. But the series is 1-0. Influence leading in the best of 5.
Yeah, so right here, we're on board with Roughnecks again on defense. Let's see what their setup is. I'm pretty sure Parasite and Rambo might run up middle and break different ways. Not sure, though. As they're sending 2 in A, and look at that, they're about to meet up. There's 3 players from the opposing team about to run into A. Rambo is set up here as he's waiting for the opponents, but there was 3 going A, so we should see some gunfight soon enough.
Looks like Intake's about to get into a gunfight of his own. Spying 2 over near A. I believe one of those was Sureshot. You see Clayster go down to Saints in the MSMC. Sureshot follows, though, and Felonies with a big kill onto Intake. Switching over to Parasite, what is he going to be able to do with the M8A1? The assist coming in as Rambo gets a headshot onto Saints. And down goes Felonies, just running right in front of Parasite, didn't even bother to look to the side. What do you think happened there? I know not as big of an opportunity as you have seen, but an easy thing that Felonies could have avoided there had he not run right in front of him without looking to his left.
Well, I'm pretty sure in the heat of the moment, Felonies, he didn't expect anybody to the right. He might have thought that both players were at B, since I believe they killed 1 or 2 at A. So I don't think he would expect someone to be there, but you know, sort of an unlucky play, and Felonies ended up getting unlucky, and Influence is going to lose their round to Roughnecks.
Bomb offline. Good job.
All right,
Get ready for
right
the next
there,
round.
we do have a win coming in for Roughnecks. 3-1 the score, the lead over Influence. And here's the final kill cam for you guys. Rambo catching Pluto laying prone, putting the PDW inches from him, and securing the kill, and then the defuse right after. So, Methods, based on what we've seen, you see the 3-1 lead for Roughnecks. What do you think Influence needs to do to get back into this game?
They just need to keep their heads up. You know, they can't get down because they're losing rounds. That's the last thing you want to happen. As we have Rambo just sitting up here in the flank. Watch, I actually never even knew about that spot. I had no clue you could get up there. But Felonies, Felonies going to take out Clayster. Great play by him. Felonies might run back. He's going to run back to middle. And right now, Influence has numbers, but you see, Influence, you know, they're still playing it smart. They're not getting down on themselves. 3v3 right now, and Influence can make the comeback. Search destroys anybody's game.
Yeah, right now it looks like Rambo's going to move up. Felonies did take out his teammate Parasite. Pluto going down for Influence. And pulling up the map, it looks like it is going to be a 2v2 situation. Rambo about to get into trouble. Turns back around, spots one. He's going to call that out to his teammate, let him know what's going on. And it looks like he is going to try to track him down, secure the kill. That is Felonies going down to Rambo and the PDW. Moving back over toward this B bomb site now. And it looks like that is going to be Intake with the bomb. Laying prone over near the semi, looking around, seeing if anybody's going to try to flank around. Nothing yet, though, and it looks like he will try to move in here and plant the bomb now that he does have the support from Rambo.
As yeah, they're putting the bomb down right here. It's a 2v1, correct? Can you make the overhead map? Let's see where the opposing player is. Oh,
right next to him.
Right here. What's going to happen here? As Rambo going to take out Saints. 4-1 in favor of Roughnecks right here, but the round do go to 6, so anything can happen right here. Influence can go on a quick streak and come back with ease, but I really don't see it happening. Roughnecks has momentum right here. I know some of the players on Influence, they get down on themselves a little bit when they start losing. So hopefully that doesn't happen, and maybe we can see a little comeback here.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. 4-1 is the score. 1-0 the series lead in favor of Influence. And we're starting off with Roughnecks. We're going to switch over to Influence. Why don't we see what Pluto's up to? We haven't spectated him very much this match. And pull up the scoreboard for just a second. You see Pluto actually 0-5. So we'll see if he can get anything kickstart here. But Rambo, it's 7-1 for Roughnecks, including the defuse, playing very well. And noticing that Pluto's only using 2 score streaks. What do you think about that, Methods?
I think he might have accidentally done that. What do you get him like earlier if you only use 2? I'm not sure what's going on here.
I've seen Scump use it. I think it just cycles through him a little bit quicker rather than having to go to him. But
oh, that's true. Okay.
That's a kill.
I mean, I can't be 100% sure on that, honestly. Intake with 2 takes out Saints, but I think it was actually a mistake because I remember Pluto using the Hellstorm earlier. Not seeing it this time. But Intake taking out the final 2. Roughnecks gets that round win, and I believe that is now 5-1 in favor of Roughnecks.
Yeah, I believe Roughnecks are going to have it. I'm pretty sure Influence is pretty down on themselves. And but I'm pretty sure there's like 2 great search and destroy players. I know Parasite plays in a lot of game battles tournaments. He's a really good search player. So I see Roughnecks, taking this map and tying the map count 1-1.
Yeah, one thing I noticed here, very interesting, Rambo has all of his kill streaks. You see that he does indeed have the Hunter Killer, the Hellstorm, and the Lightning Strike. Something Rambo's been talking about me as we've been casting throughout this day. We see that he pulls out the Lightning Strike just to check. Look at that radar just for a quick. I believe he called it the ping. Very interesting move, and we have not seen a lot of players use it. Rambo, the first one I've seen, really use it effectively. Yeah, I believe he's now 8-1, 10-1 rather. Last match we watched a lot of Influence, not Roughnecks, due to Influence being on the offensive side. And Intake looking to move in, and Rambo may not even need to use his score streaks due to the fact that I believe it is a 3v3 situation. Clayster down, Felonies down for Influence. And Rambo just trying to move into a better position to plant the bomb at A.
So the bomb's going to go down here. They're going to have control of A. Tough situation for Influence. They have to come try to break into A when they're all set up. So let's see what they can do here. Sureshot going to take out Parasite. 2 players by the bomb. Their left is open. Someone can come right in and pick them out right now. But I don't see it happening as 2v1 in favor of Influence. Rambo going to climb the ladder. As you see, he's not going to use his kill streaks. He does not want to use his kill streaks when his teammates are down. He'd rather use them when they're all up, secure a round when he actually uses them.
Oh, very nice by Rambo. Rambo
going
huge!
huge with a two-piece right there. Great plays by him.
That was a extremely intelligent play. You see him get the kill, dip back in, poke back out, had the feeling Pluto was going to challenge him, makes him pay, and Roughnecks able to take that one, tied up in the best of 5, 1-1.
Mission complete. Solid performance.
No,
Nope.
not anymore. Want to hop on a little bit?
Huh?
Want to hop on?
No.
You don't?
I'm delirious right
Huh.
now.
Who do you guys play next?
We play the winner of Twisted Method and you.
Really? We play a team called R2S. I don't even know. R2 beats me, dude. Can I sign on my Twitter real quick?
You ain't signing in my Twitter.
Woohoo!
Hate that shit. Fucking Rambo. I posted on my Twitter earlier.
Did he?
Bobby, what's wrong?
All right, guys, we are just waiting for Roughnecks versus Influence to start. CTF on Standoff.
That's a good match. That's a good match. Your match is a good match. That's the point of a lane.
And it looks like they're just finishing up the game rules.
You're wrong. You're wrong, Bob.
So, who do you think's going to win Standoff capture the flag?
Standoff CTF. Honestly, based on what I've seen from CTF, it looks like Roughnecks is a very strong team. I haven't seen Influence play CTF yet this tournament. When we streamed them in their first round, they had Hardpoint and S&D. They didn't have to have the CTF in order to advance. So we'll see what happens. I don't know how good they are at CTF, but there's a lot of talent on that team with Sureshot, Felonies, Saints, and Pluto. So anything could happen, but early on, I'm going to have to give my prediction to Roughnecks.
Yeah, I feel you. You know what?
Any predictions, Nade?
What's up?
Who do you think is going to win Standoff CTF, Roughnecks or Influence?
I think Roughneck's is going to take this map. I think it's going to go down to the 5th map. I really do.
Okay, so
But
Nate
Roughnecks
Shot
is gonna win
thinks
this match.
it's going to go 5th map. And who thinks it's going to win the series? Roughnecks or Influence?
Roughnecks.
Nate Shot has his money on Roughnecks.
I got faith in Influence, but I think Rambo's too good of a leader for RNX to lose.
Okay. 8K.
It seems like everybody's ready, just waiting for them to start it up.
Hey, you tell Osborne to shut up.
Nate
Right?
Shot doesn't want to cast. He's
Yeah,
shy.
man. Nate Shot said shut up.
Intake equals scump? No, intake equals intake. UMG's trending on Twitter. Awesome.
False.
Wow. Was it local trends?
It's probably tailored trends, yeah.
Tailored trends?
It's tailored trends.
Figured.
But, the map's going to start up right now. We have Capture the Flag on Standoff, as Nate has his money on Roughnecks to win the map. You have your money on Roughnecks, so I'm going to counter that, and I'm going to go with Influence to make it a little interesting here.
I mean, like we said, both teams have a ton of talent on them. The one thing I think the Roughnecks does have over Influence, aside from what a lot of people are saying is Rambo and he being the key factor, the X factor for that team, I think what you have to consider is the fact that with Roughnecks, you have a team that's been together a bit longer than Influence. They've had more time to scrim, more time to prepare. A lot of people, Influence coming in here on short notice. I don't know how long in advance they actually made their team. I think it was a week and a half
Yeah,
before the tournament.
something around that.
Because it was a late tournament, but either way, they've been doing well for themselves in the tournament so far. Parasite taken out 2, and now it looks like Saints right here in the bottom mid building. Sureshot, his teammate, secures the kill onto intake. Clayster takes out Sureshot in response, though. Parasite runs up on Saints, takes him out with that MSMC, and it looks like a very defensive, very slow push from Influence, that they're not really doing anything too aggressive. They're just kind of playing it patient. But as I say that, Rambo comes up huge.
3 go down for Influence as the flag's pulled. That's 4 down, actually. Pretty sure they're going to get back gas station spawn. They're going to need to cut off this, and people are going to be trying to hop over the wall and running through back corner stores. So I'm pretty sure Roughnecks is going to secure this cap. They look like they have great cuts. Sureshot with a great shot. I believe from top round that was. I'm not sure where he shot him from. That was a great shot by Sureshot. But the flag does end up getting captured by Roughnecks as 2 go down in each way. Actually, 3 is up for Roughnecks right now. As they do have control, capture the flag in this game is sort of, first flag cap, you kind of have momentum, because in this game you can play really laid back, especially with the 5 respawn. You can easily get to the team's base, and Saints with a huge 2-piece on Roughnecks. He's going to push backyard right now. As you see, Parasite is setting up in the base. That's all he has to do when his teammates are down. As the flag's actually pulled, even though traded kills and influence actually might get a pull out here, and the flag's about to be pulled right here. Someone might try to come off bottom. Grandma, I'm not sure though. Yeah, Fel gonna try to pull the flag. Let's see if they can get it out. They might have an easy flag cap if he brings the boxes, but it seems like Rambo's gonna come behind him right now. He needs to try to book out of there with quickness. And looking at the overhead map, pretty sure Felonies has this cap. It's gonna be tied 1-1.
Yeah, Felonies tying it up at 1-1. Influence versus Roughnecks on standoff here. We see Saints taking out Intake with that MSMC. Pluto following suit, taking out Rambo. Clayster shutting down Pluto, though, trying to prevent the push, but Saints coming up big for his team. You see Parasite taking out Felonies, and it looks like Parasite playing very defensive right now for his team. I believe last time we saw him pick up a kill, it was actually at that same haystack area. So I feel like Parasite's kind of trying to sit back and kind of control the tempo of the game so far.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Now,
yeah, it's tied 1-1 right now. Nothing Influence are going to do. They're not going to push recklessly, and they know Roughnecks has map control, so they're going to sort of play back. Pluto's back case section right now. Saints is bottom brown. We see a player pushing back gas station. Look at the overhead. There's still 1 person camping their flag, 1 person flanking back gas station, and two in grocery. So let's see what's going to go down here. It's just going to be the battle of slaying.
Yeah, it looks like Clayster's setting up. He pushes up, tries to pull the flag, accidentally misses, but you notice that Clayster's also on the way to getting some of those score streaks. Parasite with the cutoffs, and it looks like Clayster is looking to pull this flag tank side. Now, Methods, why on Standoff CTF is tank side the side you need to control in order to effectively pull flags?
Because they can sort of get there quick. You don't want them cutting you off from there. Are you talking about tank side by backyard?
Yeah.
Be advised.
What? Oh, alright.
Yeah, I was talking about that tank side over by the statue backyard.
Yeah.
As opposed to why you would pull that rather than go all through the backyards and pull overextend.
Yeah, because you can spawn at the backyard. And it's really easy to get to your flag unless you have proper cuts. So you really want to hold that tank side.
Right there, Felonies putting shots into someone, moving back as he did not feel comfortable enough to win that gunfight. Pluto taking out Rambo, and we thought this was going to be Roughnecks 2-1 based on my opinion, yours, and Nade's shots, but it is 1-1 so far. What do you think is going to happen?
It all depends on slang right now. It's 2 down, go down from Roughnecks. It's 3 down, go down from Roughnecks. They're going to pull out here. 1 person is top. Grandma's at his Haggy, also known as Parasite. Pluto's going to try to challenge here. They don't want to rush anything. So he sort of took a risky play running right through the middle. There's 2 ways that could have came from, but unfortunately he got taken out, and that could have been a flag cap that put him up 2-1 going into second side.
Yeah, right now looking at Rambo over in backyard, pushing with Intake. Intake did take out Felonies, but Pluto shuts him down right after. Rambo knows exactly where Pluto's going to be. That's an easy kill, but Sureshot coming up big, takes out Parasite. Rambo going down to Saints, and there's a 2-piece from Saints as he cleans up Clayster as well. Looking at Intake, he's just going to be waiting there for his teammates to spawn up. End the round. It is going to be a 1-1 tie heading into the second side of Standoff CTF. Parasite with the final kill cam here, catching Pluto over near that tank back by the flag.
Yeah, as we're going to go into second side right here. What do you think should happen on second side? I believe Roughnecks is going to have a haystack side. Well, wait, did someone just disconnect? Oh no, that was the player that accidentally joined. Yep. They're going to have industry and grocery side right here. So what do you think is going to be the initial breaker here? Who thinks going to get the first flag cap?
No, I'm not too sure, but why don't we look at what they're doing off the break, see what their setup is. You notice 2 of them going over toward that middle side, 1 going L-wall, and it looks like he's almost got a straight book at the flag. Rambo taking out Saints, and it looks like Rambo spots another one, putting shots into him. There's the kill on the Pluto. Sureshot comes around the corner, though, to save the day. take out Rambo before he was able to effectively push up and get into a spot to give his team those cutoffs that you know when Roughnecks gets those cutoffs, they are hard to beat. Last night in the scrim, they were playing you guys on CTF. What was that like going against them? What are some of the things they do that make it difficult to beat them?
They play really smart. You know, if they get a flag cap, they're not going to rush your flag right away. They're going to play really defensive. Once you get a couple down, they're going to gradually push up. They're not going to get 4 down, and they're not going to push aggressively if they get 4 down. They're going to set up again and get 4 down again. They're going to play it like that. And like we play them like Express capture the flag, and Express is a map where if you get 1 flag cap, there's a good possibility that you're going to end up winning that map overall. So, they're a really good team. They know what they're doing together. They play really smart. They have slayers such as Clayster, who plays really passive. He's sort of the anchor for the team. He's a really good slayer. As Pluto going to take out, I believe that was Haggy right there. And the flag's been pulled from Influence. He's going to pull it backyard right here. There should be a flag cap as 2 opposing members are nowhere near. One kid's bottom brown, one kid is L wall. And Influence is going to go up 2-1 here and capture the flag standoff.
It looks like your prediction may be right, Methods, but we do have 3 minutes and 30 seconds left, so we'll see exactly what happens. Sureshot takes out one, but Clayster shuts him down. And it looks like Roughnecks trying to push up here, but play smart at the same time. Felonies goes down to Intake, hiding behind the tractor, but notice Pluto sitting back, playing defensive, knows he needs to with his teammates going down so fast. Rambo with a quick pull, did not expect that to happen. Rambo gets away.
Pull up the overhead map, let's see where the players are, as that should be an easy flag cap for Roughnecks. And just like that, the tables turn. It's tied again, 2-2, with about 3 minutes to play here and capture the flag standoff.
Rambo with a great pull. I thought he was going to get shut down by Pluto, but his teammate coming up, helping him out in a significant way. Great job by Rambo and Roughnecks, tying it up at 2-2. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. I'm going to switch off Rambo, sitting in the corner right there, waiting to push up. Clayster doing much of the same thing. Intake playing a little bit of defense, and Parasite playing a defensive format as well. And it looks like they're going to try to push up and play patient here, not trying to rush anything so far. And why don't we see what everybody else is doing? Felonies playing very aggressive right now. Also has those 2 flag caps. What do you have to say about the way Felonies is playing as we pull up the scoreboard?
He was trying to play really sneaky. I'm not sure if Parasite saw him, if he was just camping the flag and saw him running. But, Jay could have had a great pull right there if he would have stayed alive a little bit longer and let Haggy run by him.
Yeah, right now we do see Saints hopping up into the top middle building. Spots one going down the stairs. He will call that out to his teammates. You can be sure of that. Spots him, chases down the kill. That would be Clayster. What do you think about that play? Saints could have easily gotten up in the middle, pushed back and tried to set up, but instead he goes for the kill on Clayster, chases him L-wall, gets the kill, but goes down in the process. Do you think that was worth it as a player? Do you think he should have played it a little more stealthy and a little more conservative?
Maybe after he killed Clayster, maybe he should have ran back the same way he came. Maybe he would have set up earlier and better and should have got some more kills. But nothing you can do about it now. Is the flag about to be pulled by Influence? No. Fellow are going to shut down 2 players from Roughnecks, so it's basically back and forth right here with a minute 25 to go, 2-2 on capturing the flag standoff between Roughnecks and Influence.
Yeah, I'm looking at Clayster right now to see what he's going to be able to do. Switching back to that M8A1, Clayster taking his time, and they know they do have some time, just over a minute left, so a flag cap is still very possible. And Clayster looking up top.
And the flag's cold. Saints gonna be. Ooh, and Saints got a 2-piece here. We had a great play by him. He's about to get double team right here, and nothing he can do. That could have been a great play for Roughnecks, but unfortunately 2 players were able to stop him. So nothing you can do.
Great job right there by Saints, coming up big for us even when they needed him the most. Parasite looking around with this M8A1, putting shots into someone over near that tank, but will not secure the kill. Turning around, catching him top mid. That's going to be Felonies. Moving back around to his left. He sees his teammate Intake running up. I'm actually going to go over to Intake as Pluto goes down. Sureshot, the last one up with the flag, coming up big. But you do see right there, Parasite takes out Sureshot. Felonies coming up big for his team, though, in response. Clayster going down, and I have to feel like this is going to end in a 2-2 time. We are going to see overtime, which I believe are stopwatch rules.
As you see, Rambo actually has a hunt to kill it and a Hellstorm, which can be really crucial for overtime. They can get a quick flag cap, or maybe he might even save it so, the second side to stop, a flagpole. But we said to see what goes down, what happens. You can see how the cookie crumbles. So we're going to go into overtime here.
Yeah, that we are going into overtime. Hey, Nate, is Optics still in winner's bracket? Yep, so Optics still is in the winner's bracket. And I believe someone said that they play the winner of Twisted Method versus Jukes. Or Unite, excuse me. Yep, The winner of Twisted Method versus Unite will play up against Optic. And here we go, stopwatch. I'm going to stay on with Rambo because of the fact that he does have that Hunter Killer and the Hellstorm, like you mentioned, Methods. Very nice job. You see Rambo can completely control this in due time. Very quickly, he makes his way over toward the flag, so you have to look at the overhead map, see what's happening. Rambo taken out from behind.
There by Saints. Great play by him, though. He sort of waited in bottom brown to see if a player passed and chased that kill, which was, really smart play by him to wait for him to pass instead of challenging him. And, possibly could have lost the gunfight. He waited for him to pass him, and he was able to kill him then.
Yeah, it looks like Clayster right now from Roughnecks trying to make something happen, playing very aggressive, but at the same time, Clayster, a very good player, knows what he's doing. Rambo takes out Sureshot, and you will see Clayster pull the flag, tries dipping behind the crates, will not save him though. And now we're looking at Parasite, seeing what he's going to be able to do. Saints goes down. Parasite should have had that two-piece Methods. It was in his sights, and it looked like he all but had it. Pluto now engaged in the battle.
Right here. As Parasite still has control of their flag. He's just sort of going to run around. He has an AR, so he doesn't want to push right at him. He may play a little back because with the AR, you sort of have a little advantage medium to long range. As Influence takes that two right here as Haggy is going to stay up here in half wall. You're going to see another player. I'm not sure if he's going to challenge. I know he's going to run bottom brown as the flag right now is pulled from Influence right here. And Felonies has a kill. That's 2 down in favor of Influence here as one person on the flag. This should be a flag cap for Influence. The only player that can possibly do something right here is that statue, and he's going to get a two-piece. Sureshot should not be challenging this as the flag is carried from Influence right here.
I got to give it to Sureshot. That was risky. Two of his teammates go down.
Not a challenge that.
Great job, but it looks like he knew Felonies was right behind him, had the support. Felonies taking out Parasite. Great job, and I believe that was actually about a minute 36. Yep, I was going to say about a minute 30.
Minute 36?
Yeah. It seemed like much longer, did it not? It seemed like a lot longer. It seemed like 3 minutes. Right?
All right, so why don't we kick it off here with Rambo, see what he's going to be able to do here for Roughnecks. They have a minute 25 to get this cap in order to win the CTF. Moving back around here, you see Clayster, Rambo go down. Intake moving around, overextending.
Influence only need to play defense. Look at that overhead map. They're sort of playing a little passive. We have 2 players bottom brown. Actually, no, 1 corner store, 1 bottom brown. 1 kid on haystacks, I believe, or by the tank. And RNX, Intake can play really sneaky here. He shot the player, does not take that shot. He knew he was not going to get that kill. Intake going to search for a kill here. Maybe he picks one off, he may be able to pull it out. As look at that. Saints stopping that. Great play by Saints. He stopped that flag, and that could have went badly for Influence right here. With 40 seconds left, let's see what can go down here. Influence getting a counter pull. In case you don't know, overtime stopwatch. If Influence caps a flag, when the time runs out, Roughnecks will lose the game. So Influence might go for this flag cap instead of just holding down, as Influence should win the map. As we see a player coming right behind Felonies, he may beat him. Rambo to get that stop on Felonies, but there's not much I can do with 20 seconds. They're playing heavy defense right here, and Influence just took this map.
Saints came up huge right there. You did see Rambo coming up big for his team, making the kill on Felonies, but Saints, great play. You see Pluto sitting back playing some defense, and it looks like Methods was right. Nadeshot and I were wrong, but we did say Influence, a very talented team, and it was possible. It looks like with this team, they do a little bit of everything. You have Pluto going out there, playing a little bit of defense as well as setting up. Sureshot doing his role. Saints slaying, and Felonies playing more of that objective-oriented role. So great job right there by Influence, and they go up 2-1 in the best of 5.
Yo, Nate, I am awful. You want to hop on? I am awful.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick ad, and we'll be right back.
I'll get on.
Ooh, I am awful.
Hey, I'll get on with you, but only come to me for like questions. I don't want to do any play-by-play.
I won't make you. All right, guys, so it looks like Methods is getting ready to go play with Soar. So we are going to have someone you've been asking for to come in here. We've got Nade Shot coming in here to cast. Finish this off. And yours is muted.
I hope Methods didn't get these ear cups too sweaty for me.
Right?
He's about to go play a match. I'm just going to give the chat a forewarning right now. I am deliriously tired. So my man Paradox over here is going to be doing a lot of the commentary. And I'm going to just drop in with an occasional food for thought. Really fill you in on the in-depth thought processes of these pro players that you guys are watching.
Yeah, the process eye.
Process high. I'll hit you guys with a bang bang later. I'm too tired for a bang bang.
All right, it looks like we have a Hardpoint up here on Raid. And I have to say, Nate, this is my favorite map for Hardpoint. I like how fast-paced it is and just what can happen when you control different Hardpoints at different times and how it can completely change the outcome of the game.
I agree. 100%. This is probably the best colored, easy on the eyes, a very good format to the map for any game type, really. Search and destroy, capture the flag, even Hardpoint. So I completely agree with you there.
All right, so we are kicking it off. Roughnecks up against Influence, and it looks like we do have an early lead from Influence, but any points at this point in time are not going to be huge and crucial, but it is nice to see Influence starting off on the right foot, and they're starting to build their lead slowly but surely. Clayster takes out Pluto. Intake going in there and contesting, and now that it is contested, Pluto again. Intake secures the kill, staying in there like a champion before being dropped by Saints. Why don't we switch over? Look what Parasite's doing. And he is going to catch someone over near that yellow Lambo, and he will take them out. That's going to be Pluto. Saints with one. That will be Rambo, and he goes down to a frag from Intake.
I'll tell you what, I was really surprised to see Roughnecks not gain control of that initial hill at the beginning because they are on the good side right now, and they get to the hill first. So it's very surprising that Influence was able to come from laundry and kitchen side and take control of the hill. And they got a pretty good chunk of change right there, 33 seconds, and now they have back kitchen control, and they're going to be set up pretty nicely for this next hill.
Yeah, right there you do see Pluto catching Rambo with the headshot, and it looks like Influence starting to build their lead more and more, about to go up by 40 points here, but it was contested, and now they're slowly but surely building their lead, but it looks like Roughnecks coming back at them, taking over the hill for the time being, trying to make sure they do not get put in a hole that they're not going to be able to come back from later. Rambo with two, Sureshot moving in, takes out Intake before he is cleaned up himself by Rambo. Rambo with that Scorpion. Everybody knows that is a gun he loves to use on Hardpoint. Nade, I know you're talking about some food for thought. What is your favorite gun to use on Hardpoint on Raid specifically?
Honestly, I was using the PDW because Scumpy had played on LAN already this year and told me that it was the best gun. But I've been using the MSMC online, so I figured why not just try out the PDW since Scump said it is. Tried it out, and to be honest with you, my shots were not connecting. I'm not complaining because I know it is LAN, but it felt like the gun was just super weak at times. I switched over to the MSMC against Fate in our 4th map in that series, and I started doing really, really well. So right now, I'm sticking with the MSMC. And before you start, I just want to point out that this Hardpoint location is probably the most crucial for this entire map. I'm very curious to see who ends up taking the most chunk out of this one, because this will single-handedly win you a raid Hardpoint if you have control of Garage for at least 30 to 40 seconds.
All right, Nadeshot telling us that this is the most important Hardpoint on this map. So why don't we take into the overhead map, see what's going on here. It looks like a lot of them are up by that scoreboard. Can't really see it too well, so I'm going to go out of that. But it looks like Roughnecks taking control of it, pulling ahead of Influence now in the scoreboard as well, going up 62 to 56. And now you see Intake making his way slowly but surely over toward the basketball court. Pluto takes him out, and we're going to switch over here to Parasite. It looks like he's just holding it down, but he does have the Hellstorm as well as the Lightning Strike.
Those are going to come in clutch.
Looks like he's getting ready to call one of them in right now as well. He may just be checking it out. Let's see what happens. The Hardpoint taken over by Influence. You see Felonies and Saints both going down, but Pluto comes up huge. Intake and Rambo getting dropped by Pluto in the MSMC, and their Felonies calling in some score streaks of his own, taking out Intake and Clayster, and Parasite responds with a Hellstorm into Saints. And it looks right now like we do have Roughnecks taking control of this hardpoint, going up 86-71 so far. Very hard-fought battle by both teams thus far.
Yeah, Influence has a lot of good Slayers on their team right now, and obviously you guys can see they are kind of in a deficit. I really want to see them kind of keep their composure and really start chipping away at this lead that Roughnecks has taken from them. And in all honesty, I think this is going to come down to the final hill in the last minute and a half. I really do think Influence is going to pull this back and start tying it up. I'm really curious though, because if Influence wins this map, they win the entire series.
Yeah, notice right there, Parasite has the orbital VSAT.
Oh man, I didn't even notice that.
Someone in the chat just said it. Very nice call as I switched off him. That orbital VSAT is going to come in huge. And I know I was talking to Rambo earlier, and he said one thing is that Parasite always wants to get those orbital VSATs because he knows how crucial they are for the team and how big of a game changer they are.
The VSAT will single-handedly win them this map. If they don't win using a VSAT, then there's some internal problems, because this is going to literally give them so much time for this hill and these next couple hills. I really do think it needs to be banned. Or I don't know about banned, but that it's so overpowered. But especially since they took out Hardline, I guess it is a little more fair. And props to anybody that does get a VSAT. I don't know, man. I really do think this one to go to Roughnecks for sure, since he got that VSAT.
Well, starting out, looking at the scoreboard, you can see Parasite dominating 20-5 right now for Roughnecks over Influence. Influence does lead the series, though, 2-1 in this best of 5. Parasite finally goes down to Sureshot.
I don't think they have any idea that he has a VSAT. And he's playing it smart because he knows they're playing well right now. He's getting a lot of kills. He's just going to keep chipping away at Influence until he really needs to call this in. Probably within the next minute or so, we'll see him pull out this VSAT so they can really, stray away from Influence and take this win.
Yeah, right now we see Felonies trying to make something happen. He does take out Rambo, gets destroyed in response by Intake. Right there you see a lot of kills exchanged. Saints goes down as well as Sureshot, but Clayster and Rambo go down from Roughnecks. Sureshot and Pluto holding on to that hard point as well as Felonies getting in there, but now it is contested by Rambo.
Can we switch
Pluto
back over to,
shut
I don't
him
mean
down.
to cut you off. I want to go back over to Parasite because I'm curious as to when he's going to pull in this VSAT. It's got to be any minute.
That's a very good point. Time's dwindling down, and we do see Roughnecks holding on to a slim lead. There's the VSAT coming in. Parasite knows where they're at. Intake takes out Sureshot. Parasite with a kill of his own. Intake falls up with a 2-piece. Parasite with another 2-piece. And it looks like Roughnecks is going to start taking control here quick.
See, that was a really good play because he waited for the hill to move over to kitchen. So that way, there's only 1 or 2 entrances into the kitchen side, and they know exactly how to control it. If he would have called in that VSAT for that center hill, there would have been members of Influence coming from every single side, and it wouldn't have been as useful as it is now. So they're going to get probably a full 60 seconds out of this hardpoint and almost solidify their W for this map.
Yeah, right now it looks like Roughnecks playing very well, going up by 50 here and 2 more points. There it is. We see Parasite taking out Saints. Why don't we switch over to Sureshot? We haven't watched him too much. See what he's able to do. He's been playing very well so far today. He does secure a kill onto Clayster, switching over to the Scorpion there rather than the combat knife, just to give himself some extra firepower to go with that PDW. 181 to 136 is the score with just under 3 minutes left. Intake going down, and it looks like Influence is in desperation. But why don't we pull up the overhead map and see what's going on?
I really do think this one is over. I hate to take it away from Influence, but the fact that Roughnecks was able to get like 45 seconds out of Kitchen Hill, and now they have complete control of this garage hill, this one's got to be a wrap. There's only 2 minutes left. They're up by over 70 right now anyways. So I think we're going to go into the last search and destroy. You know what? Wait, is it a search and destroy or a CTF?
Search and destroy?
Do you know what map it is?
I have no. It's Meltdown.
Meltdown? That's going to be a fun match.
It's going to be very interesting to see what happens. We actually saw Fear vs. Obey go to map 5. Obey started off leading 2-0, I believe, and Fear came back to win the next 3 straight, keeping them in winner's bracket. Moving over here, though, to Rambo, and it looks like this is all but over now. It's just about the time. 17 points left is all that Roughnecks needs. Influence trying to hold it down. We'll see what happens here. Pulling up the scoreboard once again. Parasite at 34-11, playing very well for his team. On the opposing team, though, Sureshot struggling a little bit at 13 and 26. Clayster with a two-piece there for Roughnecks, and Roughnecks in total control as they take over the hard point. All four of them will move over onto it just to make sure that they get this win, but there's the contest. Intake takes them out. Great plays from Roughnecks, and they will win this hard point on raid.
Influence, they put up a good fight. They won that last CTF. They had a lot of momentum going into this raid, and I really thought they were going to close it out when the map first started, but Parasite getting that VSAT really, like I said a million times, it really did solidify the win. And both of these teams are very good search and destroy players. They have Felonies, who is one of my oldest teammates from back in the day in like 2007. You have Saints, who's just a pure slayer. Pluto is a Modern Warfare 2 national champion. And then you go over to Roughnecks, man. Both these teams are so stacked. Clayster was probably one of the best search and destroy players in Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2. Rambo, one of the smartest guys on the circuit. Parasite really knows how to handle himself in search and destroy. This is going to be a crazy matchup. Influence doesn't really have much time as a team together, practice-wise, but search and destroy can really go either way. A couple of kills will change the entire momentum of the game, and this one's going to be a toss-up.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. I think Roughnecks, the advantage that they have is the time that they have spent playing together. But on the opposite side of that, Influence, with the lack of time, still coming out here and playing so well. Looks like they just have a hold of this game, and that they just have this game down so far to the point where they know exactly what they need to do. Right now, it will be a battle, playing to see who stays in the winner's bracket and who gets bumped into the loser's bracket. We have Roughnecks up against Influence. The winner moves on. The loser drops down to the loser's bracket, and that bracket is getting tougher by the moment. We already have Envious in there. We have FaZe, as well as Complexity at the hands of Sora, and don't forget Clockwork, who put up a great fight up against Farico. This is going to be a great match here. I am very curious to see who takes it, and I know both these teams want to keep playing in that winner's bracket. This is going to be a huge heartbreaker for whoever loses this.
Yeah, man. I believe both of these. Actually, I'm not sure, because right now, Optic Gaming, my team for this event, is still in winner's bracket, and the next match that you guys are going to see is Twisted Method versus Team Juked or Unite, and we will play the winner of that, like I said. I'm not sure if Roughnecks and Influence on our side of the bracket, but whoever wins this match right here has a very, very good chance of making it to the finals, because there's been so many upsets today. Your Frat Cup 4 champions, Complexity, they're already out. They're in the loser's bracket. They're going to have to make a good push today and tomorrow to try and stay in this one. Envious was upset very early by Team Adversity. You have FaZe, 4-Not. They're in the loser's bracket right now. Just a lot of upsets today, and I bet it screwed up a lot of people's predictions. So, honestly, you will see a very, very good chance of one of these teams making it to the semis or possibly the winner's bracket finals.
Yeah, it's going to be a very tough road ahead of them. We mentioned also that Nadeshot's team Optic still in the winner's bracket, as well as Twisted Method and Unite. Nadeshot will play the winner of that Twisted Method Unite, whoever that may be. And is that the winner's bracket semifinals, or is that round 4?
I'm not exactly. It's round 4, I believe.
Round 4? Okay.
And for whatever reason, I am reading the chat, and someone mentioned that I blamed that victory on a VSAT. I was complimenting Parasite the entire game about the play that he made to get that VSAT. You win the game if you get a VSAT. So that's why Roughnecks won, no doubt about it. So you need to watch your comments in the stream. Yeah.
All we need to wait on now is for Clayster to join. I'm not sure what the holdup is.
Probably change his classes around.
That's what I figured, messing with classes or score streaks. Everybody be sure to follow the channel. And he actually did just go over to his team, so we should be starting up here in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Final map, Influence up against Roughnecks. Winner continues on. Loser goes into the loser's bracket. And Nadeshot, be sure to follow him on Twitter if you don't already at Optic_Nadeshot. I really appreciate him taking the time to come in here and cast with me. Follow UMG Gaming at UMG Gaming. Follow Emily. She does a lot for us as well.
Plug your
so
Twitter.
Much that
Plug
you don't
Twitter.
know. At Emily K and myself at UMG_Paradox.
UMG_Paradox. Very good commentator. Very good caster. Even though those are the exact same two things, I'm delirious. Give him a follow.
I appreciate it. So why don't we kick it off here with Roughnecks? Is there anyone you want to watch off the start here, Nate?
Let's go on board with Rambo, because I think he's going to be playing the most aggressive for his team. He's going to be going around with that Scorpion trying to make plays.
It looks like he doesn't spot anyone quite yet. Moving over to the B-bomb, he sees
It's actually 4-on-3 already. They took out a member of Influence.
Bomb carrier down.
And down goes Intake, but Saints soon to follow. Pluto goes down, all up to 1. And that one is going to be Felonies up against Clayster, Rambo, and Parasite. The bomb is down. Rambo's going to sneak in here, get this easy plan here with 45 seconds left. Chooses not to as Felonies takes out Clayster. Felonies looking to make something happen here for Influence. And why don't we pull up the overhead, see what's going on. A fight about to happen here.
No.
And we actually, going back to Rambo as he jumped around Parasite.
Oh,
Rambo.
my Lord, that could have been such a big play. Rambo was a nice kill with that Scorpion. And if you guys didn't notice, Clayster actually had a sniper out there. The Felonies had such a good chance to make a play here, but that Scorpion close range, especially on land, is just going to rip people's strides. He's got the laser sight on there. So a big round win right there by Roughnecks, and that's going to set the tone for the rest of this match.
That was a great job right there by Rambo and a fantastic effort by Felonies trying to get the 1v3 clutch right there. Almost had it. Why don't we start off here, go over on board with Influence, and see what the Modern Warfare 2 former national champion Pluto has up his sleeve with the MSMC with the laser. Moving over here toward this B-bomb site, going up the stairs, opting to wait just a moment. Pluto playing very patient, and why don't we look at the setup here of Roughnecks. You see 1 over in A, 1 watching the middle, and 2 over at B. And now the rotation's coming in from Influence.
Influence is playing aggressive and slow at the same time. They got very good position. They know there's other people from Roughnecks, you know, sighting over towards B-bomb, but I would like to see them get more aggressive, look for these kills early, and try and catch Roughnecks off guard, because you're going to allow 2 very smart players like Rambo and Clayster to take control of B-bomb. It's probably not the best idea. So it looks like Roughnecks is going to take this round. It's a 4-on-1, and I really want to see Influence kind of change up their strat here and really take control of this match, because they're playing too reserved right now.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. The last one up was Saints, a very good player in his own right, though. The 1v3, Intake secures the kill. Roughnecks goes up 2-0 over Influence, and Influence needs to get something started here and quick. Nadeshot, if you're in their situation, you're down 2-0, you can still mount a comeback. What do you do to get your team back into the game?
Man, someone on that team needs to step up and be a leader and really keep their heads in the game, because they are a very young team. They've only been playing with each other for about a week or so now, but they're all top players. So really, they just need to take this round by round, kill by kill, and help each other out to win this match. Because Roughnecks is very good teamwork, but anybody can win a search and destroy if they play it right. You can see that they're making an all B push. You have Rambo pushing up top middle, trying to get aggressive like he has been. He's probably going to get a kill here on Sureshot if he plays his cards right. But a nice kill there by Influence. Now they have a 4-on-3.
Rambo about to get caught in the gunfight, runs away now, just waiting, buying his time, and he knows he's still going to be there. He doesn't want to push out, though. You see Intake as he does clean up Sureshot, and now Rambo knows the guy's going to be to his left. Rambo can't catch him with the knife or the shot. Pluto takes him out. I believe it is all up to Clayster now. Clayster and Intake, the 2v2, and Intake moving up, tied with Clayster, 4-1, up against Felonies and Pluto. Wonder what's going to happen here.
Yeah,
let's pull up the overhead.
And a big kill right there. And Pluto manages to get away after taking out Clayster. So now it's up to Felonies and Pluto to take out Intake. They really need this round. They cannot go down 0-3. So this is going to be a big play. About 25 seconds left. Intake has to plant the bomb or kill Pluto and Felonies. And it's going to come down the wire here.
Intake moving around over here, baiting whether he wants to plant this bomb or not. It looks like he thinks he saw someone hopping up top, looking around. I think the Intake may have just wasted a little too much time, but it was a very difficult situation. Nevertheless, in a 2v1 situation, look at where they are, 1 at B, 1 across the map, making sure they can't take him out.
You'll notice there that Intake, instead of trying to look for these kills, he went up into the top middle to try and stay alive. If you go back and look at his score streak bar, he's about 1 or 2 kills away from a 100-killer drone or possibly a lightning strike. If you can pull up the scoreboard real quick to see how many deaths he has.
Switching
that's a glitch
sides.
in Comcast.
Yeah, we'll just go ahead and wait.
Give me 1 second, and I'll fill you guys in. So Intake probably close to a 100-killer drone, and that'll lead to a lightning strike and maybe, or I'm sorry, a Hellstorm missile or a lightning strike. And big win by Influence right there. You have Roughnecks on defense now. Offense is somewhat easier on this map, but defense has its benefits too.
And Felonies starting it off, tossing the stun over there, catches someone, but they do have tack mask on. Sureshot and Pluto smell the blood in the water, trying to move in here. You see Felonies laying down with that M8A1 equipped with the Cherry Blossom camo. He does also have that bomb. You see Saints taking out Parasite and Rambo with the kill onto Saints in response, evening it up at 3-3. Felonies taking shots, running away though with his life intact, and it looks like he is going to try to regroup here. You see one of his teammates over here, and I see someone flanking around. I'm going to try to go over there and see who that is. It's Sureshot.
There's a member of Roughnecks also flanking around from the B side, so they need to check their spawn. And if they get this final kill, which nobody really is looking that way, I'd like to see them turn around and really try and be more aware. But if they win this round, it's tied up. It's a brand new ball game.
Yeah, Rambo, the last one up. He's got to get the 1v3. Take out Pluto, but he is taken out by Felonies. 2-2 influence up against Roughnecks. The winner moves on in the winner's bracket, and the loser goes to the loser's bracket, which is growing more difficult with each team that enters.
And then after this match, like I said, for the millionth time, you're going to see Twisted Method facing off against Juked, also known as Unite. I actually have Huddle, a member of that Unite team, sitting next to me, who's come into his own on Black Ops 2. He's been a very good slayer for that team. So these are some really good matches coming up.
Yeah, we have a great match coming up here. Unite's been waiting to play, and I believe Unite was actually supposed to play right away, but they decided to wait just a moment so that Roughnecks could be on stream.
He's got the boomstick, throwing the smoke, and he spots one. He's going to make that call out over there on those yellow engines. He's also going to be looking for the shot, but he does end up missing it, but he has another chance, and Clayster finishes it off, killing Sureshot there. This is a very, very good map to pull out the sniper. You guys can see that he's running cold-blooded, so he can't be spotted by our other thermal snipers. And I believe he is overkilling right now. He's going to throw that smoke to get a better POV. And this guy on bomb has no idea that Clayster knows he's there, but he is missing quite a few shots, but he also is making those call-outs. And the flank is coming up here by Influence. And Clayster with a nice kill on Pluto. Rambo missing a few shots right there. That's why that Scorpion is so inconsistent. And now Roughnecks has a 2-on-1 with a nade coming in from Influence, and this is going to be a very tough spot for the final player. I'm not sure who's alive right now for Influence. Felonies. He's a playmaker. He could make something happen, but it's going to be tough. 40 seconds left on this bomb. He's got to get the defuse. It looks like he's going to be going with a flank.
Yep, Felonies making his move here with the MSMC, but Rambo watching the flank takes him out with ease, and it will be 3-2 in favor of Roughnecks.
This is going to be a battle, man. I really don't foresee one of these teams really straying away and just winning consecutive rounds. I really do feel like this is going to go round for round. And we're watching a really good match right now, I'm telling you. These are two very good teams. Like I said, I'm on 3 hours of sleep. You got to give me a break. But I'm trying to stress, for anyone in this chat who's unfamiliar with all these players, these are very high-tier pro players, all very talented, and this is really what competitive Call of Duty is about, just duking it out in a final map for Search and Destroy to move on in the winner's bracket. This is textbook competitive Call of Duty. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream, and I'm going to let Paradox take it away with some play-by-play.
All right, I'm looking at Sureshot right here over near the B-bomb, pulling up the overhead map. We see that there are 2 members of Roughnecks over near that B side, one also pushed over near A, toward the middle. You see Sureshot running back around here, not sure where he wanted to go, taking some shots, waiting for his health to regenerate, and now he's going to move back, look around, see if he can spot anyone, and now he knows exactly where he's at, but Rambo coming up huge for his team. Rambo catching Saints! Huge play from Rambo, moving back around, jumping out, trying to regain as much health as he can, and let's pull up the overhead, see what's going on.
That's what the Scorpion will do for you. It has its benefits, but it also has its disadvantages, but right there you saw close range of that laser sight. It's over. This is going to be a huge play. He's coming on flank. And Parasite with a nice kill on Felonies. He could have made some huge kills right there, man. That's so disappointing to see.
Yeah, right there. We do see Clayster with that sniper switching over to the MSMC. Parasite had his back. Pluto trying to challenge Clayster, and Clayster getting the better end of that gunfight. Parasite was right there, though, like we stated. So now we see Roughnecks going up 4-2 now, the final map. 2 rounds, and they will be moving on in the winner's bracket. 4 rounds, and Influence could move on.
Destroy the objectives.
Roughnecks has quite a bit of momentum going into this. If they win one more round, then they are within match point. As you guys should know, competitive Call of Duty has changed up their round limit. It now is up to 6. The first team to 6 rounds is going to win, and that actually really involves more and more intense matches. Clayster still going off with that thermal DSR. You think they would have learned the lesson by now, maybe throw on some cold-blooded, but I don't think they have those classes.
I don't know. Clayster was using the DSR with dual band earlier, and he was going off with it. Picking up another kill with the MSMC, taking out Sureshot. Down goes Saints to the intake headshot, and Roughnecks is 1 round away from moving on in the winner's bracket against Influence.
Clayster making a really smart play there after he noticed that somebody was on flank. Sureshot actually took one of his teammates out. He jumped out right in the clear and then turned around and went around and killed Sureshot right in the back. So very good heads-up play there by Clayster as well as teammates. I think Intake got a 2-piece there. So they're doing everything right now. It's going to be tough for Influence to make this comeback. It's possible, but Roughnecks is playing very, very well.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. We see 3 members of Influence over near B. Now the 4th sitting in that middle building, contemplating whether he wants to go. That's Sureshot. 2 members of Roughnecks over there and 2 flanking Sureshot at this point in time. Sureshot drops down, but Parasite's waiting for him, takes him out. Why don't we switch over to Rambo, see what he's doing. Right now it is a 3v4 situation in favor of Roughnecks. Rambo moving around, spots one, but Felonies comes up huge. And it looks like Clayster still staying with the DSR with the dual band, switching back to the MSMC now. And it looks like he anticipates someone coming up from the flank. And if he waits, it looks like he's about to get into a gunfight right here. Spots someone, puts shots over near him. Does not pick up a hit marker, though. And now Clayster moving around here, seeing if he can spot him once again. But it looks like Clayster will catch him from behind. He does. Felonies goes down. Influence will be bumped into the loser's bracket. Coming up next, we have Unite up against Twisted Method. Congratulations to Roughnecks. Moving on.
Influence made a very valiant effort, man. They played well, came down to the last search and destroy, which is what everyone wants to see. And Roughnecks really just squeezed out that win right there. So they're going to move on. Influence is going to be knocked down into the loser's bracket. But they're a strong team. They have a lot of talented players. And I think we'll be seeing more of them in this tournament. We're going to head to a commercial break here in just a moment. I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll be back.